They do 2-1 defeat this afternoon against Ossett United. Vastly disappointing afternoon.
Yeah, I think we're all disappointed. I think, um, lack of quality again. We gift them goals through mistakes, yet we have to work really, really hard for our goal. Right at the end there, Denny has a shot. It's a worldy save by their keeper. But we have to work hard to score. Yet we seem to gift them. In the first half, silly little mistake leads to a corner which was avoidable. Goal comes from the corner. Second half, weak header out results in giving the ball back to them. Ball thread through and score. I don't think, other than that, they particularly threatened us. I think we were just, no quality again. Decision making poor. Sometimes, as some of the lads have said down there, we're playing under 16s football. It's not cultured enough at this level to play, and some of the people need to have a good look at themselves.
Against Newton Aycliffe a fortnight ago, we conceded 5 goals. We then had a slightly different, less experienced backline at Stocksbridge and kept the clean sheet. You went back to what you played against Newton Aycliffe this afternoon. Just talk us through the thinking behind that, and do you think it was the correct decision?
I think it was the correct decision. It was. We wanted. Today was, in my opinion, and most of the players' opinion, it was a must-win game. And I think you put experience when you've got a must-win game. You put your experience back in. So we'd had Ossett watched, and we thought they were going to play in a way that would enable Ali and Will Sutton to get down the side. Now, I needed Will out there at wide left, not as the left centre half. So Jack Bullis came back in. Ben and Scaff was back, and those players have done well this season. So yeah, it was just realistically going back with experience. Nothing that Bobby and young Stocky did wrong last week, because they didn't. They were fantastic. But today, against 2 big lads of Adam Priestley and the big lad at number 9, you wanted height and experience.
You mentioned the width in Will and Ali, and that seemed to be where we got our joy, particularly for our goal. But must have been disappointing that we didn't make the most of that because of a bit of bad decision making.
It is decision making, mate. First off, Will's first 10 minutes, 15 minutes is getting good joy down the left hand side. He's had 3 shots as well in the first 15 minutes. And then last 15 minutes, Ali's getting in the first half. Ali's getting down the sides where our goal comes from. In the second half, rather than do the good things that we did in the first half, our decision making was, and I think we don't back ourselves in front of goal. I don't think we honestly believe we'll score if we have a shot. So we don't back ourselves. Or if we do have a shot, it's half-hearted. There isn't any real commitment or belief that the ball will go in the net.
No. And at the other end of the pitch, 2 avoidable goals, you would say, which must be very disappointing.
Yeah, I think the first one was more. It wasn't the fact that it was a good delivery from a corner, the ball bobbles, that happens. But it was the fact that the corner was totally, avoidable. We didn't have to give away the corner. It was going to go through. No, I don't know if the keeper shouted for it or not. So the defender headed it back, and he went out for a corner. Totally avoidable. And the second one, it was no pressure on the defender to head it away. Could have actually probably taken it on his chest and then give it a good shoeing down the other end of the pitch, but headed it into the midfield where they were, and of course one touch thread it through, and they've scored. And it was poor decision making.
A red card for Andy Norfolk towards the end of the game there means he'll probably miss Saturday's game against Concert. What was your view on that?
Never a red card in a month of Sundays. If the referee deemed that it was a foul, it was probably a yellow. In my opinion, Andy got the ball and played the ball. The player, the number 3, then went over Andy, screamed a lot, and the referee thought it was dangerous. Never a red card in a month of Sundays. And I thought, some of the decision making today, not only by our players, but also by the man in the middle, was pretty poor, to be fair.
You mentioned at the start of the interview that the lads are deflated, and understandably so. How important is it, though, that they pick themselves up for what is a massive week, first with the cup final on Tuesday, and then an important last game of the season away at Concert on Saturday?
Yeah, we've got to pick them up now. That's the thing. They've got a cup final on Tuesday, like you say, against Ferriby, and then it's got to be a win. It's got to be a win on Saturday against Concert. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be a difficult week. We could probably have done without the East Riding Cup final, to be honest. But hey, the boys will go again. They will go again. The thing is, it may not be good enough, but they will give you their best. And that sometimes we criticise about lack of quality. We criticise about poor decision making, but they're not doing it on purpose. It's just inexperience or pressure at the time. And I think, we have to react. They will come out next week and give their best. And if their best is good enough, great. If it's not, then we know where we're going to be.
Eddie, thank you as always for your time this afternoon. Best of luck on Tuesday.
Thanks, mate. See you later.